municipalities, the heads of different departments, I think we've received, I think we must note it on record, the apologies of the MC in Ekurhuleni, because they are saying they cancel sitting that is sitting today. So I think we must then note ubana abantu abakhoyo apha are still senior executive officials, or rather senior officials in the municipality, will then be able to assist us. So sizele loo nto ke ndenzela into banibana singafumani umbuzo wento banibana mna andisebenzi ndandiyithumela ipetition, mhlambi uba wawuyithumele uzawukrwayca omnye we-support staff, ayitsho into yobana ayikho relevant, but today we've specifically come for these ones, the ones around human settlements and title deeds in particular. We do have, I must say it on record, some of the petitions MEC around projects in the area, around issues of the need for housing and all those, and I think some of them have not been answered adequately. We will, if there is any, nizawukrwayca omnye we-support staff, if just maybe you want to get more information, okanye just before MEC ahambe, outside these petitions, if it's a human settlements issue, will allow two hands from this side, but only if we had raised the petition because we are a petition standing committee. Ungayithethi kanti zange uyithethe ukuthi because we will not have a recall of it. But also because mhlambi would want to take the opportunity that the MEC is here, mhlambi will allow you into yobana niyibuze lo mibuzo. So izaba xa sesiyigqibile process, yes, i-petition size ngazo savumela abantu ababini kweli cala, sivumela abantu ababini kweli cala, bambuze u-MEC, athi u-MEC xa ephendule, uba sonelisekanga, sawuthatha umuntu omnye singafani uzasincedisa uyi-round offer yonke loo nto sizabe siyifumene from u-MEC. So I do want to officially open the meeting and to welcome all stakeholders and honorable members. I think in principle would have adopted the program for today. I am going to request that we share amongst ourselves, Member Litswalo, the petitions that are before us. They are 11. I know that there have been some that have been recalled. The two, I want to propose that we take the two mover, the ones that we have recalled, if we can just note them for members. Number 7 and number 7 and 1. Yeah. Okay, so 4, 5, 7, and 9 have been recalled. They are recalled at the discretion of the petitioner, am I correct? It's the petitioners who have now recalled them, meaning most probably sebeyifumene le nkonzo that they had petitioned for. But what we'll do is we'll just quickly go through their reports, classifika kuzo kwenzela into banibana they form part of the report of this meeting. So I want to allow you, Ndatali Tswalo, to then take us to the next item on the agenda, and you deal with petition 1 to petition number 5, which is Meyatin, or rather Midval, up until the last one, Ekurhuleni, which is number 5. Thank you so much.
All right. Yautwala. Ora no re le bo a re bitse me Gloria kana ke me Gloria ntla bona me Gloria ntla poteng me Gloria ntla bo ugo ga me Gloria ayo, because the first two petitions get a me Gloria again. So maybe if she's not here as yet, let's go to number 3 and then we'll come back after number 3. Maybe so long request the team to assist us to locate Temba. Uti. Kena to some me Gloria. Oh, hey. And then number 3, is it not Albertina? Me Albertina Ndlela. I'm not so sure who's representing her. Themba Mhlongo. Okay, Arbitze Themba Mhlongo teng. Etla bra Themba. Etla mo pele mo. Yeah, that Mhlongo ki o mo teng mo. And then re tlo bitsa the representative of the Department of Human Settlement. Kwena le don. Who's representing the department? Specifically on this matter. Menom vundo kwen. Ya re kopa o dule mo. Matsaka ba ke zoro ba ilo bereka ba because you need a mic. Za re le hirile. Dilo tsa lona di nneng ka line man. Le sa re tena mo re le hirile le sa itse dilo tsa nnete. If an DDG mic o bua re kwa le dilo tsa nnete. Arve tshwantse le nne prepared. O go re hello fela mo rutlo re a bereka meno mfundo ntwi. Hello fela, hello.
Oh, sanibonani.
Alright, alright, it's okay. So processor now we run in the following fashion. Brathemba, we are going to get a summary of the petition being read out. And after the reading out, we'll ask you to confirm whether we agree with the content of the summary, so that we don't leave out anything. If there's anything that you feel you would have raised in the petition but it's not covered, you will then give us that indication. And after you have confirmed, Rogopa, menomfundo ke komuhulu in the department, ke DDG, Deputy Director General, la udla re ntshweki magang. So, tshwantse be lo re tshwaretse di answer, di karabo, again. Re batla di karabo me manomfundo. So Memanomfundo is then going to respond to your petition. And then we'll immediately engage on the response being given and have a way forward. So who's doing the summary? Yeah. Ndate Likade will then represent the summary and we'll move as swiftly. Thanks.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning once again. The petition of Mr. Themba Mhlongo relates to non-issuance of original.
We want to see the petition. Yes, there we have it.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the petition that is before us, it was submitted by Mr. Themba Mhlongo. It relates to non-issuance of original title deeds, registration number PP 190925HS. The petitioner is Mr. Themba Mhlongo, an adult male who resides as 24634 Kamukhelo Street, Etwata, Barcelona, extension 32, who alleges that he has on numerous occasions approached the local municipality in Barcelona to inquire about the issuance of title deed, as neighboring residents have already received their title deeds, yet to date he has not been furnished with an original copy. The petitioner alleges that subsequent inquiries were directed to the Department of Housing in Benoni, also in Albertine, where he was ultimately referred to the title deeds office for further assistance. The petitioner also states that he alleges that upon approaching the title deeds office, he was informed that his title deed had been issued in the year 2010. He indicates that at the deeds office, he was, however, furnished only with a duplicate copy and was advised that he should solicit an original from the municipality, as municipalities were responsible for issuing the title deeds. He states that he was further informed that should the municipality fail to furnish the original, he will then be required to appoint legal representation to facilitate the issuance of title deed. Since the deeds office does not issue original title deed more than once, and the reissuance require a legal representative, the petitioner alleges that, that he subsequently approached the municipality again. However, he did not receive the original entities, ostensibly that the municipality lost his title deed. He also states that he cannot be expected to bear the cost of appointing an attorney to secure the title deed that was never in his possession. He states that his financial circumstances render him unable to afford legal representation. He concludes that before approaching the legislature, he endeavored to resolve the matter through a multiple visit to local municipality office in Barcelona, also approached the Department of Housing in Benoni. Chair, the petition was referred to the Gauteng Department of Human Settlement for investigation and reporting on the 1st of October 2025. Chair, the department has submitted a report and the DDG will then talk to that report. Thank you very much, Chair.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ndate Mhlongo, uyutlwile ke?
Yes.
Why confirm or your petition is summary? It's correct. Nothing has been left out.
None has been left out.
Irele went at the Mhlongo. Me DDG, we usually petition assist us with a response.
Ngiyambingelela i-legislature ngokusithoba. I don't know if you want me to speak English. Should I proceed in English? All right. I'll first speak in English and then bese ngikhuluma ngesiZulu. A very good morning to bonke abantu abaseholweni. Sanibonani, mphakathi waseThwathwa. Njengoba sengiceliwe i-legislature, ngokuzithoba ngicela ukuphendula inkinga kababa. I-title deed in favor of ubaba uMhlongo lo ohleli ngaphambi kwami ya registrarwa ngo-2010. Unfortunately, njengoba beshilo ukuthi kwenze ukuthi mhlawumbe i-municipality ingasakhoni ukupha i-copy yakho, i-original yakho. Sase siyacelwa thina njenge-province. We were then requested as the province to facilitate registration, ukuthola EVA. EVA i-copy original, ekhipha deeds. So what we then did, there must be a justifiable reason. Ayimane ikhishwe nje deeds register ikhiphi original. Once ayikhipha kanye, angeke bakwazi ukuyikhipha kabili. Otherwise ungathola nje copy. Kodwa ke sase siyacelwa, which Ekurhuleni Metro, however, did confirm that they do not have the title deed le obuyicela wena for le ERF number ebaliwe laphayana eyaziwa wena ngeke ngisayisho manje. Although ama neighbors yebo ay collector ama title deed wawo, i-municipality yasiyacela ke njengoba sebeshilo ukuthi ngo-October sacela ukuthi sifacilitate i-title deed yakho, which we are in the process of undertaking. So we have handed over the instructions to the attorneys to then facilitate i-title deed yakho. And that is in progress. Okushuthi ise pipeline in the next 3 months. Sithemba ukuthi leyo title deed izobe resolviwe. Angazi ukuthi ngagcina lapho. Mphathi ohle.
Okay, thank you very much. Where is who's representing Ekurhuleni? Housing. Yeah, dula mo mama or tlhalosetse mo because why is it enjoy accountability? Although the department at the level of the province is saying we are following a particular process, but we also need to know why would they not be able to track at this title deed if the deeds office is saying there's a title deed? Doesn't make sense. Because if deeds office says we can provide a copy, it means that somewhere there's a title deed.
Sanbonan Bahlali, Sanbona Chair, ne panel. In trying to explain the whereabouts of this title deed, Gushgoti, the legal firm that was appointed, we Pamentaya. So they then transferred this title deed around 2010. So it was long time back. And then they handed over those title deeds. But when we check on the records of the municipality, we could not find this one specifically for Ubabumhlong. So we've done a search. We went back to Pamentaya in Benoni to say, kindly check on your side. But because in 2010, they could not find. From our office, we did check archive everywhere, and we could not source this title deed. So it is then a responsibility of the city to remedy the situation. And by so doing, all the costs that are associated with the VA, which is the duplicate copy of the original, it will be incurred by the city. The rough estimate of the VA, if you were to do it, it's around 4,500. So, Ubabumhlongo ngeka patale luto, the city will then incur those costs. And then, in terms of timelines, as UTTG has alluded, it will not take more than 3 months. UTTG has already appointed a firm of conveyancers to reissue the title deed through deeds office. And we believe by so doing, Ubabumhlongo uzobe ancedakele. So why go 3 months basically is because mele kube ne-affidavit through Ubabumhlongo azoyenza, kube ne-newspaper advertisement. That newspaper advertisement is run for 2 weeks. If there are no objections, after 2 weeks, then we proceed with the deeds office process. So deeds office is otatis katsai. It is why we 3 months. But in terms of the appointment of the conveyancer is there. There's a panel from province, and we believe that's the remedy that can be offered, and we believe it's a justifiable remedy in the circumstances. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Yeah, you know what worries me before you go into the or does it mean when there's a title deed issued out, each time where we can't trace it, we will have to involve lawyers? I mean, I can imagine the cost to the municipality. It's not sustainable, you know. I would have felt comfortable. Can I get that, ma?
I'm Mr. Mdleche, sir. I'm the senior manager.
Mr. Ma?
Mdleche.
Oh, Mdleche.
Mdleche.
You know, I would have been comfortable in that, Mdleche, if you were saying simultaneously we're running an investigation to probe the issue of a missing title deeds, because it's either there's an element of maladministration which needs to be unraveled, or criminality. You know, it's either one of the two. And I don't think we must just leave it just appointing an attorney with the hope that within the next 3 months it will be sorted. Because if Ndate Mohlongo might have struggled with this title deed, you can only imagine that there may be several other people. What then happens? Unless if the attorney that you are appointing will represent the whole of cases of a missing title deeds and not just one. So that we don't come back to this point. You know, I thought maybe you will offer that explanation. Because if you say, we have appointed an attorney for Ndate Mohlongo, it's at the cost of the municipality. It should not be something that we easily admit. That monies which had not been planned are now being utilized for what may not necessarily have been the case initially. You know, because it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that we appoint an external party to facilitate the process of ensuring that there's a reissuance of a title deed. It shouldn't be. It's unsustainable. Are we running an investigation? Maybe we are through.
Yeah, so thank you, Chair, for your submission. So what we did, when these title deeds were received by records of Egoruleni, and they're not given to any officials, but they were received by records as far as we're concerned. And we did a search, but we can go further, Chair, to say, because obviously there are monies that has been going to be expended on this, on the duplicate copy, around 4,000 or so. We need to do a proper investigation just to check where exactly and who can be held liable for such. So, Chair, I take your submission very seriously. We do emphasize that our original title deeds, they must always be kept in a safe place. They must not be lost because we understand if value our title deeds. So it is so unfortunate to Babum Mhlongo go be just at this one, but our neighbor Sake at all. So so that's what we are going to do going forward, Chair. And we take your suggestions as well. Thank you, Chair.
All right, but I want you to put your neck on the block. Or don't say just to us. Again. So maybe I read this on that you will give us a report. You will give us a report that contains that part of the investigation. Ne? Maybe let's update the report so that it's reflected in the report. So that it runs concurrently with the legal process. And that Mohlongo, let me hand over to you. You have had the response. What are your reflections on the report? Do you have any reflections?
Ngicela ukubonga ithuba eninginikeza lona. Cishe njengoba ngilalele ngiyamzwela ubaba uMdletshe ethi in 3 months ngingakwazi ukuyithola ukuthi iqiniso lisekuthenini bengizame konke ngile kumasipala wethu ngaya ngisho nangale la ukhishwa khona ama title deed bengithathe ngapha bengikhombe Davidton ngikhombe ngapha ngisuke Davidton bengikhombe eBinoni bengikhombe bagcina bengikhombe Alberton yangikhombe Joburg. So ila ngithole khona ukuthi iphumile ngo2010 kodwa bangenzela ikhophi yayo bathi ngeke beyikhipha okwesibili. Ubaba uMdletshe ukhuluma ngemali engango 4,000 something, mina babengitshene ngo 7,000 ukuthi uma ngabe ngizofuna ilawyer kumele ngithole ngibe a plus minus up 7,000 upward ngoba abayikhiphi kabi njengoba beshilo. So ukuthi bishonephi ilahleke kanjani and indleke engihambe kuzo ngoba bengizama sonke lesikhathi cishe ngize ngathola around about 2016 ukuthi kwenzakalani because njengoba ngisho bonke umakhelwane bami bebewatholile. Kodwa ke kulokho akushilo bawumdleje ngiyakwamukela but iphuzu lami lisekuthenini ngimuzwe ekhuluma ngendaba yoku-advertisewa ephepheni endabeni yokuthi kumele ngiyogcwalisa i-petition or ngigcwalise i-affidavit angazi ukuthi kusuka manje kuyaphambili kumele ngenzeni.
All right. So those are reflections from Ndate Mhlongo. I'm also worried about this process, but it's okay. Chair, maybe through you, I'm not so sure whether members might want to input as well, so that we ultimately move towards a way forward. Any of the members?
No, I just want to align my thinking, Chair Letsoalo, to the proposal that you have put before the municipality, that I think they must then look at the overall case of all missing title deeds in terms of the appointment that they have done. And I think you have provided direction in terms of that. But maybe we can allow the municipality maybe to answer in terms of timelines and the process moving forward. Otherwise, everything, according to me, is clear. But just to align our thinking on your proposal. Thanks.
Ma'am More, your hand was up.
No, my hand wasn't up, but just to also, cite the same sentiments and also to say, Ntate Mdleje, you say he will get it in 3 months. I think when we talk about timelines, we need to be very sure about it because we don't want to come back here after 4 months doing the same work over and over again. So let's be careful when we tell people about the timelines, so that at least we know something would happen, Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. So maybe let's do it in that fashion, Ntate Mdleje. And I'm not so sure why the provincial department had to come closer to you for you to be able to take up this position. You needed to have responded to Ntate Mhlongo, even outside of the province. Why did it have to take the province, me nomfundo, to pressure you? Is there a reason? I'm trying to understand why DDG had to descend on an issue that relates to the municipality.
Chair.
We are going to bear the costs as the municipality. Should you not have initiated on your own? Or maybe just try to assist me there. I'm really trying to make sense of it.
No, I do. I do understand the sentiment, Chair. It's just that I'm not dealing with petitions. Petitions are located elsewhere. So at times they're not being submitted for our attention because they're being handled within the city elsewhere.
About petitions, you see that the Mhlongo says, "Kile mo bantumela kwa, kaya kwa bantumela kwa, bareke patele chele." You see, that's what he says. And you can imagine if you don't anywhere, it means this matter would have fallen off. It means this matter would have fallen off if you did not have the resilience and that Mhlongo. So you can imagine for Batobalor, they don't even have a penny. Who can ferry a taxi to go to this or that office? Who can write the petition? What must happen? When they've raised this issue with yourselves as the municipality, it means there's dereliction of duty. I mean, a DDG, why is your DDG responsibility very serious, man, to be here this morning to answer on behalf of what ordinarily a municipality should be answering to? Doesn't make sense. It's a waste of resources to have a man omfundo here. It's really a waste of resources. Man omfundo should be responsible with planning, coordination at the level of the province. Now she's here to come and deal with an issue that a municipality ordinarily must be dealing with. I want that. Who's responsible? Do we know who ultimately is responsible?
Chair, has indicated earlier that, and you gave us timelines to say we need to do a proper investigation. We will do that. And further, we wish to apologize to Ubaba Mhlongo for all the up and downs that he experienced in trying to get remedy. Thank you, Chair.
All right, it's okay. Maybe let's step off. So Ntate Mohlongo will manage it in that fashion. They'll give us an updated report next week. Where are we today? Thursday. By next week, Wednesday, we'll get a report, an updated report with all of those. Why would updated report with all of those commitments. I agree you are putting your neck on the block, or we are going to do the following. And you have also given yourselves a timeline. So all of those things must fall within that timeline. It's fine. I confirm. I want you to confirm it formally.
I agree, Chair. Thank you.
Confirming, fine. Let's move right along. Chair, you want to come? Yeah, by next Friday. You will pressurize them to give us a report by the 5th of is it June? Yeah, next week, Friday. Because seemingly they need you to be closer, you know. But we need to know who's this accountable person ultimately. So it's fine. We'll do it in that fashion. Thank you very much. So okay, fine. We are going to move. We can excuse you. We have recorded it. You will get your updated report next week. Friday. Let's go to, I want us to move to petition number 11. Because someone remains in Medlorian Tlapo, another petitioner. So we're going to move swiftly to petition number 11. I just want to see Mefikile Soncha. I hope I'm calling it correctly. Mefikilo thing. Itla me ma fikil. Le mora me manom fundu kuru utlile mo motho wa modimo. Ntho tse ne tshwantse le di arabele le le kuruleni. Let's go over. Useswako. Kanjani?
Si omama bethu bayelamana. Kodwa kwase kwenze ukuthi unenkinga efanayo ingakho ngikwazi ukuthi ngenxa yolimi ngomso.
Phela ngithi. Sikhulume. Ne?
Uzoyikhulumela baba.
Okay. Mema Vigile. Okay. So we're going to do it in the same fashion. We take the summary, you confirm, or if there's any areas you feel they have been left out, you will give us an indication. And then we'll get the department to respond. Ne? All right. And then Bully, let's do it.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. This one relates to irregular issuance of
yes.
title deed, PP 20B0925HS. The petitioner is Ms. Fikile Soncha, who resides at 23110 Marimba Street, Barcelona. Who alleges that she is the lawful occupant of house number 23110, Marimba Street, Etwatu, where she has resided since 1993. She states, however, that another individual whom she did not know approached her carrying a title deed reflecting ownership of a property under their name. She states that upon complaining to the local municipality, She was advised that an investigation will be conducted. She states that it has been 3 years since she presented a matter to the municipality. Despite these 3 years have elapsed without any resolution. The petitioner alleges that she subsequently approached the deeds office in Johannesburg to verify the ownership status of the property. She was informed that the disputed title deed had, in fact, been issued to the other individual in 2009. She also alleges that when she escalated the matter to the Department of Housing, she was informed that she should occupy the neighboring house, number 23109, instead of her own, as the deed search reflects that she is the owner of the neighbor's house, number 23109, instead of the house she currently owns and resides at, house number 2309. She states that, however, house number 2309 has been occupied by a neighbor since 1993, while she has continuously occupied number 23110. The petitioner alleges that it is untenable and unlawful for her to dispossess her neighbors of their house when she is already in occupation of her own property. She pleads for assistance in rectifying the irregular issuance of title deed and protecting her rights to her home. Chair, the petition was before the committee, considered and adopted. Subsequent to that, referred to the Department for Investigation and reporting on the 1st of October 2025. There is a report that the department has submitted. They will talk to that report, Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay. So there we have it, Mayor Figile. Is it accurately captured? Bye, Palegas.
Yes, Baba Palegas. Angizwa?
Is it accurately captured?
Yebo bayibhale kahle.
All right. I'm not so sure, DDG, if it's you who's answering or it's the municipality.
Olo, Chair. The property in question has no subsidy. So in essence, the property ERF number 23110 belongs to Mr. Ngumalo. And the approval is also regular in that regard because it's linked to the Mr. Ngumalo as encapsulated on the title deed. However, property 23109 has no approval. And what I think, as advised, needs to be done is that Umamu Figile needs to go to the municipality and conclude on the administrative aspects, such that that will then give a direction to the department to then register the title deed on her behalf. So that's the issue. So I'm not sure where she saw what. I can't corroborate same as from a factual basis. But the property in question, which is 23110, belongs to Mr. Ngumalo. And it's the approved HSS beneficiary for the subject property.
When was Ngumalo approved?
In 2010.
2009?
2010.
2010?
Yes.
But Ngumalo doesn't stay in that house. Uhlalo Umam Figile.
No, the Umam Figile is just that I'm told Umam Figile uhlala A109.
Oh no, Umam Figile uhlala go, yeah.
Yeah, A109.
109.
Yeah, A109 I got registered, right? A title deed against it. I'm confirming.
Office says it's registered in the name.
No, she says she met someone.
What is it saying? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So maybe let's deal with. We'll come to you, Mam Figile. Mam Figile says DDG, Mam Fikile says she went to the municipality. And then 3 years lapsed. They said they were going to run an investigation. Do you have a report of that investigation? Because isn't it that that report should have assisted to resolve, or at least make an attempt to resolve this issue?
Okay, just in trying to respond to same, the record actually states that she met that another individual, so whom she did not know, approached her carrying a title deed. That's what she's saying. So I don't know, I can't corroborate same. But what I can confirm that has been investigated is pertinent to the property, which ends with 109, which currently has no registration against it. And so there's no title deed against 109. So I don't know where she saw who in the street or whatever. I don't know. Maybe she can respond herself. Thanks. I can only talk to facts on the record.
You would not be aware. Have we followed this matter? What do we know from the municipality on this issue?
All right, Chair. What we know from the municipality side is that on HSS, which is the housing subsidy system, yeah, Ms. Soncha Figile Maria is approved 2010, stand number 23109. So, Chair, on HSS that has been retrieved, it says that Ms. Soncha Figile Maria was approved in 2010 in stand number 23109, Etwatwa extension 32. We just need to ascertain.
Okay, the petition chair is questioning 110.
Mama Nomvundo, lona ke lona le spoilang batho ba ku municipality.
Sorry.
You can't want to speak on behalf of the municipality. And anga o tshwara MEC a ka se rate mo. If o wa tlo araba, I'm going to ask you difficult questions. You will not be able to respond. So I want that my first question in that are you aware of this matter and what steps have you taken? Maybe let's start there.
Chair, we did a preliminary check on the system, a system that is called a housing subsidy system. And I can confirm, Chair, right now, that the HSS confirms that she was approved in 2010 in stand number 23109. And then another check was done on the next door neighbor, which is stand number 23110. And the approval, it says 2004, and under Mr. Ngumalo C. Postenly. So 110, it's under Mr. Ngumalo, and
in 109.
She'll then have to explain that, Chair.
Alona ale ala etsa mosebetsi. Kore before ke go, what I want to know. Wait, I remember again. Remember we're in parliament again. Allow us what I want to know. Me Figil, who stays in 110, 110?
Baba. Yimehlala 23110.
stays in 109 currently.
Ngapha ku 109 kwakuhlala abakanxumalo kodwa sowashona ubhuti loyo.
So there's a swap.
Ngiyabona
They did a swap. So maybe in that what you needed to have done, if you remember, in 1996, there was an amendment of the Deeds Registries Act. And then the effect of those amendments sought to update the status of a title deeds. There were people who were married, others who were deceased, all of those are categories of persons. There might have been a glitch in the system. But the municipality, on the count of the complaint raised by Mefigile, needed to have ran an investigation. It's not enough that you say we went on to the HSS system. After going into the HSS system, you do it now. You know. Hence I'm asking, what investigation have you ran? Because there was a commitment to do an investigation in the last 3 years. And you know what worries me? It's when you say, Mefigile must move to 110. And I mean, Mefigile says, I've been staying there for so long, even prior 1993. That's what she says. So you can't say, move into your neighbor's house must move into you. Obviously, there may have been improvements to the house and all of that. So, has there been an investigation, not a check on the system, a thoroughgoing investigation on what would have led to this mishap? Because it's an easily resolvable issue. You know, it's unlike it's somebody far-fetched. These are neighbors who have been staying in these two houses, but there's a mismatch on the issuance of the address in the title deed. Surely that can be easily resolved. Surely that can be attended to. Hence I'm asking whether there was an investigation.
Chair, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I'm saying not to my knowledge.
It's an investigation. Okay, come in, Chair.
No, thank you so much, Chair. Maybe I want to assist the meeting in asking Umama Ufigile the questions. One, if the title deed for 110 belongs to Babu Nxumalo, whether he is late or not, does Umama have the title deed for the next house, which is that you are claiming a neighbor, right? Number two, Mama, if you are approved on the HSS online and linked to that particular property. And the last question would be, because I want us to get to a point where, because I don't think we're going to get the report one from the municipality, because one would have assumed after 3 years at least you are supposed to have the report. Because the frustration would be we're dealing now with municipal issues, and in these 3 years, and you escalate to the legislature, we would have sought a report from yourselves and you didn't get it. But I'm saying, because we don't have that chair, that report, the last question maybe Mama ngasincedisa ngayo as a committee, such that we then have a way forward on this matter is, when did you get allocated on the house and who allocated you? I know in the one it could be 1993 issues, but maybe in the process of the new regime and then the changing, mhlambi kuba nomuntu bukade interacta naye from a masipala, because that will then also assist us in then moving forward, because I don't want us to leave apha singacecelwanga into abantu bana ipheya kwi-title deed. Okwesibini, wena u-approved na, and okwesithathu, what were the attempts in terms of the allocation, or rather approval by the municipality to, you know, to ascertain ubana indlu yakho le uhleli kuyo, because you are petitioning on the confidence yento bana kukwakho and kudala uhleli khona. So I'm suspecting umasipala okanye i-department ike yeza kuwe, and xa ubona ubaba uNxumalo esiza kuwe ikothusile. Mhlawumbe umbuzo wokugqibela mamam kukokubana lo muntu ayekuphathela i-title deed ngunxumalo naye and bayakuhluphana because ingenzeka into yobana mhlawumbi xa ungahlutshwanga uye abantwana baze bathi because siphethe the title deed yalo mzi uhleli kuwo thina sizolifuna elikhaya uyayiqonda so lo mibizo iyi-4 izasincedisa member Litswalo, chairperson of the session to at least get to the bottom of the issues around the petition. Through your chair, thanks.
Ukufika kwethu lapha safika siyimkhukhu sonke nalaba ngisho bakanxumalo sahlala semkhukhwini yaze indawo leya ya approve safakela amanzi safakela ama toilet sihleli nje basihleli cha zange sizifake kwakusifuna council Arthur Zwane ngaleso sikhathi leso so ke njoba silapha ke basilungisela yonke into sisonke nalaba kanxuma nalalenxuma lo ngapha e23-110 sihleli lapho bakulungisa lokho kwaze kwafika la kuthiwa khona sozikwakhiwa izindlu ngahamba ngaye officeini ngayobhalisa bathi sibe sibhalisa abhalisa officeini salinda kwaze kwaba manje baseze ngithola ukuthi ke hayi ke indawo le bathi ayisabizi mina so kuqhamuka umuntu uphethe title deed uthi indlu leya indlu yakhe ongasiyo wase next door oqhamuka kwenye indawo hayi la kithi hayi unxumalo lo engimaziyo ngapha omunye engingamazi unxumalo ngangiqala ukumbona so fika ngitshela ukuthi indawo yakhe lena kanjani kudala ngihlela ngingamazi nokumazi ngazi laba bangapha
Ya aretse bana ntate Mdletshe ke go ba re thuse ma me DDG this is not it's actually not a difficult issue.
No.
We may think it's difficult, it's not. It might have been a mishap when the area was being formalized and maybe data capturing of the details of who stays in which stand, which is an honest mistake. It might have happened that way. But because there's been a passage of time and Mefikile has been staying in 110? 110. Ndate Ngumalo in 109 and vice versa. The title deeds came out vice versa. There can be an application for amendment to the title deed. You see. But the municipality must generate a report. It must say we've run an investigation. We are therefore applying for an amendment, you know, and it can be substantiated by taking the affidavits to demonstrate. It would have been more complex if you were dealing with the party elsewhere. But because these are neighbors, it follows logic that it was a mishap when there was a capturing of a data, you know. But we'll just have to generate the report that speaks to that occurrence. Can we do it in that fashion? Or you want to add? Okay. Can we do it in that fashion? Man, you want to say something?
Chair, I think the outcry needs to be addressed by us as the state, and we confirm that we will address it in assistance of Mama. I think the other issue is we will also need ama beneficiaries so that we can maybe basitholele nje letter of authority so that so khona ukuthi siswape umama fikile ahlale la akona. But it will also need an HSS request for amendment. So sizozwa ngo DDG or responsible ukuthi singayi, but we have to manage it. Yeah, thank you.
You want to say something, Mama?
Yes, Baba. Okay. Lo nxumalo lo olapha akusilo wase next door. Omunye nxumalo angamazi ovele nje. Hayi lo wase next door. So lona labanxumalo bangihlupha ene bayangihlupha. Nge-COVID ngangalali bangilokhela ubusuku nemini bathi ngiphume lapha akusunxumalo lo omunye inxumalo engamazi lo ngihluphayo
You So it means we must run that investigation. It means we must run an investigation. That's the only way you can get to the bottom of what is at play here. I agree, it does happen. There are certain officials who are naughty. They might have noted that error in the system and took advantage of it. You might find that this Ngumalo relates to the other Ngumal, but you might not be aware. So the municipality must run an investigation and will determine the next steps once that investigation has been ran. Or who is this one? Uvela kupilo. Yabona. Lomgodoilo. Uvela ku. Yadla. Uvela ku. Azotlema indlu yabantu la. Uyabona, uyazivelela wherever he comes from. Ufuna indlu yaka mamfikile. So, rukupa let's an investigation. I get why you.
We hear you, Chair.
So, are you confirming on the I want you to confirm how we are going to action it. I agree, we want it to be on record. Aram datem lejo gara gachuku no tlafe la ganam. Datem lejo gara wa prepare man. Ay wangwara man.
No, Chair.
Yeah, are membele mo. What la rutlen datem lejo.
Yeah, Chair. I've been warned against giving timelines, which at times might be unreasonable. So I took that advice. But through the region, which is headed by my colleague, Ume Tlakana, Engnaila, meeting in, she's taking notes around that, and then we'll be sending housing liaison officers on the property to meet with the complainant as well as to investigate the neighbor. And then after that, then we will then liaise with province to rectify on HSS because there's been a swap here of stands. So we'll handle it in that way, Chair. Thank you.
To overly focus yourself on timelines. The commitment we want is that you will run an investigation. That's what we are saying. But it must also not take another 3 years. It can't.
Yes, Chair.
You see? In fact, a month is sufficient to just go and determine. But we can be lenient and say, you know what, let's give it, Chair, maybe through you. I'm not so sure whether 2 months would work. 1 month will work. The Chair is saying a month will work. Just to go and probe, who are you, Ngumalo? Where are you coming from? Get the details of this Ngumalo. Surely this Ngumalo will appear somewhere on the records, and then after you have run this investigation, you will determine what is the next course of action. Yeah, it's clear. I mean, it's not complex.
It's not complex, Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You run an investigation within a month. Mafikile, is it okay? You want to say something lastly and then we move on?
Ngibonga kakhulu ukuthola lolusizo because sengikhathazeke sengize ngesifo senhliziyo ngenxa yalento lena engihluphayo. Namhlanje ngihamba i-treatment and angikho safe ngoba noma kunokho umuntu ngiyasaba and angivalanga because angazi fana ngenze njani. So angikho safe really kodwa ngiyabonga ukuthola lelithuba ukuthi ngichaze inkinga yami.
From umama, an elderly mother in our community. So this concern can't be taken lightly because you are Tlukumeze. So please let's action it. Ne? But thank you very much, Mama Figile. We'll follow it up as well within the fall of the month. I hope the team is recording. La record, they are recording. All right. Come on, yeah. So we're moving swiftly to We can excuse you, Mama Fikile, no, Baba Mhlongo. Number 6. We're moving swiftly to number 6 now. We're still waiting for Mama Glory again. Hopefully she will come. Ndate Gobo Gauteng, David. Ma? Number 6. Oh, it's represented by Ndate Goodman. Ndate Goodman, okay? Oh, day. And you look like a good man, man. Remember, no mfundo mo mathati Muslim. You are here the whole day, Muslim. Let me see. You have allowed a man of mfundo here to be abused. Eh?
Mayfield title deeds number 6.
Okay, so let's move swiftly. Let's read out the summary.
Thank you, Chair. This one relates also to issuance of title deeds, Ward 96 Mayfield. And the petitioner is Mr. David Khobosha, who is currently represented by Mr. Goodman Majeke, submitting this petition on behalf of the residents of Ward 96, who alleges that there is a delay in issuing title deeds to the residents of Mayfield, even though they have had RDP houses since the year 1996. Chair, the petition was before the committee for consideration, and then subsequent to that adopted, referred to the Department for Investigation and Reporting on the 21st of May. Chair, there is a report that the department will then respond to. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, there we have it. Babu Goodman, a petition from Babu Kobosh. Are you confirming it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's get a response.
The issue in this township Mayfield is the pending section 113 certificate. I can confirm that the matter was handed over on discovery of same. This was then registered to the municipality, and the municipality confirmed that they are already, the planning department, which is basically their roads component, is addressing the issue. So I think there's Robert here who can just give, yeah.
Chair, unfortunately, I am not from roads. I am from the Human Settlements Department. What are we referring to? Are we referring to the Mayfield Extension 1 or the 8, 9, and 11 matter? I just want to clarify that. Okay, I just quickly want to check whether we are referring to the Mayfield Extension 8, 9, and 11 matter, or we're referring to the Mayfield Extension 1 matter. Is it number 4 or number 5?
Yeah, this one is extension 1.
Chair, in relation to Mayfield Extension 1, what I can see from the aerial photography is that a portion of that extension was actually serviced with roads and stormwater. We have set up a meeting with our roads and stormwater department. These developments were handed over to the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements for further development and house construction, and they should have come back to us at the time when further roads construction was required. So this matter will then be investigated with the Roads and Stormwater Department, also determine whether this specific stand does have a hard surface road and stormwater available to it, and but that will happen within the next week, that we will investigate that matter with the Roads and Stormwater Department, and then have a way forward on that. I do see that there's a portion of the township that has not been serviced with roads and stormwater. If such needs to happen, then we will only be able to do that in our adjustment budget period and subject to the necessary council approvals to look at a matter and the extent of that matter going forward. But yeah, so that is what we can comment on at this point in time. Thank you.
I'm worried when you are saying you are still going to investigate. You know, I mean, you are coming into a meeting, you are aware that you are expected to give an account of the situation in extension 1. And then your response is that we are still going to investigate. It doesn't cut it for us. You know, it's actually time wasting. We needed to have a concrete response. Here's a petitioner who says from 1996, we have been waiting. What is the simplest response? What response are we representing? Surely we can say, this is the blockade. This is what needs to happen before we can move towards the issuance of title deed. What is it? What is inhibiting the ability of the municipality to facilitate that process? Not that we are going to run an investigation.
All right, Chair. These townships or developments were started under in terms of town planning, under the Town Planning and Townships Ordinance. Okay, in terms of Section 82 or 113, in this case, the services deemed necessary would need to be acknowledged and certified by the municipality prior to that to transfer and building plans being able to be allowed to be happening within that. Now, that legislation changed with the Spatial Planning and Land Use Management Act that came in. Now, all of these townships were actually approved prior to that legislation. But currently, the Spatial Planning and Land Use Management Act's legislation and associated bylaws of the municipality are being enforced on these developments that were done prior to that. So, number one, either the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements needs to request the municipality to relax that if they can, and that will be subject to the city planning department's authority. But that is one of the fundamental issues at this point in time. If we're looking back at when human settlements started and housing back in '94 with the first housing code, the only services that were deemed necessary was water, sanitation, and graded roads in order for security of tenure, or i.e. title deeds, to be registered. That has changed in the last 25 to 30 years, with legislation being changed accordingly. So due to the change in legislation, the incremental process, and these were all incremental processes, where we were dealing with the informal settlement, with an incremental process of formalizing it, and meanwhile the legislation has changed. So we cannot say that the services deemed necessary is, for example, water and sanitation. Now the Spatial Planning and Land Use Management bylaws require that all internal as well as external services, i.e. water, sanitation, roads and stormwater, must be completed before a certificate can be issued to enable transfer of ownership. So the fundamental issue is actually the legislation that causes issue. Roads actually went onto a backlog for roads to be constructed subsequently. Thank you.
Ivan, Joseph, well, I get that. I want to ask a question. Have you gone to this community to just update them on the implication of this new dispensation? Knowing that they've raised these issues, have we undertook any engagement with this community or any other affected communities on this issue? Maybe if you had gone to them and explained it, there wouldn't be a need for a petition. Have we done that? Do we know? We can't answer.
Chair, unfortunately, I am on the technical side. I do not interact with the community on a daily basis. In terms of that, I think prior to about a week ago, I was not even aware. So personally, I cannot answer that question. Whether, when and where this matter was raised with the municipality and when those responses were given back, that I cannot do. So I'm from the technical side of the Human Settlements Department. So I can't also answer whether these matters were raised with the municipality and not directly with the legislature for that matter.
I get that you are technical. Yeah, but the municipality at the center, which converges all of these services, has it initiated an interface with this community? That's the question I'm asking. Can we still do it? Because you see, this issue, it's an older issue, 2015. Surely by now we needed to have updated the community with progress. You see why often at times the communities a protest and a whole lot of other things go wrong. Is that there's a distance between us and them. That's all. At times the information sharing resolves a lot of issues. How do we model ourselves around it? I want us to have a way forward. Let's not spend too much time. I mean, we now know where the bottleneck is. You know what worries me? Ali prepare. You don't talk amongst yourselves before you come to meetings. You don't compare notes with colleagues. Here is a petition. This is our role as the province, but with a subset of these agencies. Whether it's roads, whether it's any other department, can we have a consolidated report to present to Parliament? With these responses. Now you are fattling, uma second guess. You know, we want to have a way forward. We want to say and advise the petitioner, hey, this is the way forward. This is the challenge. We can't resolve it overnight, but ultimately this is the way forward. That's all. We don't want to hide difficulties. Where there are difficulties, where certain things can happen within a determinable period of time, you state it. Or hey, will do stop water, but we have not been able to do it because of unavailability of resources. But we think in this financial year or the other, there might be that investment. Therefore, there's going to be a delay in the issuance of title deeds. You can say that. Why are we struggling to do that? Oh, man.
Dumelang ntate. Good day to the MEC, the committee, the chair. Good day to the complainants and colleagues and communities. Chairperson, indeed, it's an old issue. We became aware of it when we tried to register the title deeds at Mayfield. That's when we were informed through Officer Sis Nomfundo, DDG Nomfundo, that this section 113 condition still exists. We had a discussion with the divisional head for implementation in the city regarding the construction of roads. He has made an undertaking that that issue will be budgeted for in the 2026-27 adjustment or readjustment in the adjustment budget next financial year. So yes, now as you are suggesting, it is wise that through Councillor Steiners, we go to the community of Mayfield because it affects almost all of Mayfield. this matter. We then go to the community of Mayfield with that report, after which we would not have any challenges that I can think of to then start registration and transfer of the properties. But the province was in support of the transfer. Chairperson, thank you so much. Mabaton Tlakana.
Why would that a good man? You have any response?
Ngiyezwa se kodwa ke asiphathanga kahle singumphakathi thina yabo because i-service delivery into esifunayo as community, so we are not happy at all. Okay, ngizophinda futhi ngilinde for u7 khona lapho ne, number 7 khona ne. Yes.
It's the same issue as number 7. Ne? The issues are the same. Is that what you are saying? Representing number 7.
Yes.
I quickly want to see whether it's also title deeds, ne?
Yeah.
It's also Mayfield.
Yes.
Greenfields and Mayfield, are they?
No. Number 7 is Mayfield. Number 6 and 7 is Mayfield.
Oh, yeah, well, there's, our record shows Greenfield as well. Lucas Mkoki, eh? Oh, number 4. You are representing number 4, isn't it? Maybe just a flight it.
6 and 7.
Maybe let's go. Peter Henning, is he here?
Not yet.
Oh, is a concern.
Yeah.
Or the issues are the same. So the issues are the same then. So maybe let's do what let's follow up on what you are saying. But we need formal commitments. You see, you are saying, who did you say made an undertaking?
Divisional head implementation.
Divisional head.
Yes.
Is it in written form?
In the report that the chairperson requested, it is written there.
Maybe let's action that.
Okay.
But I still want to make an appeal that let's go to the communities of Greenfield and Mayfield. Mayfield. Greenfield is something else. Let's go to the community of Mayfield to take them into confidence. Yeah, both wards, 25 and as well as 96. So that we take them into confidence about all of these systemic issues. Ne? And then we must regularize the interactions. It's important. Would you be accepting of that arrangement and that the good man?
Yes.
Yeah, because what we fear, remember when people don't have title deeds? Baba Matlokala,
Kunjalo.
criminals, they leverage those developments. You see, maybe what you may need to do, you keep a database. It's not the same as a title deed, but you have got a database of the occupants of those houses. So that whilst you are working on this process, at least you have got some record of who are the legitimate dwellers. I'll call them dwellers for now, up until they are issued title deeds. Because only when they are issued title deeds do they become owners. Can we do it in that fashion?
Chairperson, fortunately, we've got title deed brigades, so that program is possible. I would just request the committee through the chair to give me at least a week to speak to Councillor Steiners. We go to the community because when we do door-to-door occupancy audit, we would want them to give us access. So if they don't recognize us, normally over. So if Councillor Steiners is on board, we are 100% on board. We are equipped to do the occupancy audits. We will keep the data as and when Tate Majola and Bab Robert Van Dijk are done with their process. We will then take that same document to Austamara Manzana through the DDG for registration of the title deeds, and the process will be closed. Thank you so much, Ntate.
We are going to do it in that fashion, in that good man. So they'll come. Let's come back. They must start first with the meeting. Maybe start first with the meeting so that before you do the door-to-doors, at least everybody understands the principle of the visit. Ne? That's a good man.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir. Ingiyamza sister lapana. Ingasi athat even am phone so that ibe fast ne, because sifuna this issue ibe emergency. Because ukansela wethu nesikhathi esiningi akakho mningi emphakathini. I don't tell lies. So I'm worried if ezo arrange no cancel, and this issue, it was not even raised nguye. This issue was raised, me and the previous councillor was there. So I'm worried now if Uzo contact to councillor wethu, because councillor is busy with the progress now, with the project now. So I'm worried. So I think if I can raise a straight game, it was simple. I would mobilize the whole Ward 96.
All right, thank you very much. It's okay. Chair, the chair wants to say something there.
No, thank you so much, the chairperson did one. Bao, ndifuna into bana sincedisane. Because sifuna uzisuncedo kuwe. Mhlambi indlele eliza ngayo because kudala nilindile. Lingangamkeleki kuwe ngoku. Kodwa ndifuna siyamkele into bana kukho process, ne? And see understand into bana ninale frustration and siyayiva. So sizawucela into bana wena mntu ke ngoko lead petition uzivumele ezinkonzo zifuna uziswa ngurhulumente because yena nto abakhala ngayo kukubana anibavumeli bangene of which ke nyana nizobavumela xa kube kudala ningababoni ningayazi babenza ntoni. So now let's commit you, but according to urhulumente awuvelu yebantwini ukhansele ngekho. Now they must then undertake a process yabo bona bengurhulumente. Kodwa nawe siyayicela into bana njenge lead petitioner usincedise into bana xa bezile kuni njengibuzibekile zonke izinto ibe zezi zinto singongezi mhlawumbe basongeza kuba sebefikile. Masiyeke ye project because asiyipetitionelanga nizayithatha nayo ukhansela xa nilifumene ithuba. Kodwa ndicela into bana ngoku sibavumele iveki bathi iveki cha. Now iveki is 7 days bawo. Ithi lonto leyo anithi ucela iveki. Ithi lonto leyo iza kusincedisa ubana sibe nayo way forward. So I think xa bendiyivula meeting ndichila into bana ngelinye ixesha ayihlali ngalendlela siyifuna ngayo kuba kudala silindile. And ingenza lonto leyo into bana nenze lento niyenzayo because nifinish into bana kakada nisiva. So ndicela into bana nisinike indlebe kaphinde. Nimnike urhulumente indlebe aze kuni athethe nana nicacisele apho ningacacelwanga khona ze nithathe ke ngoku isigqibo esisesinye. So ndiyayicela into bana sinincedise into bana baze nazo inkonzo kuni bathi ke ngokuba ukohluleka nithathe isigqibo nina ningumphakathi. But ngoku masibavumele bangene usincede ukubakhokhela nokuzibopha zonke izinja zalalokishi yakho zezingabalumi ngoba ubukeza abaluma mina ndizawufonela wena. Ndiyabulela.
It's very clear again. So let's do it in that fashion. Wena marokaro strategic nna molo wena ga no. You must join them here. Ogaro tlo re thusa. So let's move. So we'll do it in that fashion. That good man. Thank you very much. What happens? Yeah, I'm handing over to Member Mhlongo manje.
Thank you so much, Member Litwalo, for that assistance. Ngizocela i-petition besiqale ngayo. Oh, okay, it's fine. Let's take Mama Patricia Mufukeng, Midval. Are we done with Ekurhuleni petitions? I want us to finish Ekurhuleni petitions. We must not go to Midval before we finish with Ekurhuleni. Let's take the Greenfields. Is it the Greenfields one? Number 1 and 2. That's Midval. Ekurhuleni is still here. I want us to finish Ekurhuleni because they are still here. Then we go to Midval. Yeah, let's finish Ekurhuleni.
Number
Petition number 5. Our petitioner is Mr. Robert Sikiti. Mr. Robert Sikiti, if you can come closer. Is Everton part of Ekurhuleni? It's not. It's in Fulham. Usicela umama uAlbertina Ndlela, Mrs. Albertina Ndlela from Gauteng. Are you here? Mrs. Albertina Ndlela from Gauteng, are you here? Is there a representative of Miss Albertina Ndlela? The petition by Councillor Henning, we are treating it in the same way that we are treating the one of Ward 96 because they are close to each other and they are speaking to the same thing. Let us go to the deed in Katlehong. I'm not given a name here. Miss Nompi Mqesibe. Miss Nompi Mqesibe, Katlehong. Petition 8. Miss Nompi Mqesibe, are you here? No, ma'am. Oh, Aksu. Okay. Bathi ageko use Eastern Cape agathumelanga representation. Okay, no, Ekurhuleni, we are done, DH. The other people from Ekurhuleni are not here. We will send them their reports. Babangonu Pagamisi Sandla, are you part of the people engibabizile? Ubukhona kulabantu engibabizile? Nganga mhlawumbe sangakuzo. Okay, let's take Mfuleni, Ekurhuleni. We will release colleagues from Ekurhuleni. The remaining colleagues that are not here, we will send them reports based on what you give us as the committee. Let's take the Sidibeng in the Midval. The first petitioner is Umamu Gloria Nhlapo. We were initially told Agagafi, but Segafi, Mamu Gloria Nhlapo. If you can come forward, petition number 1. Miss Gloria Nhlapo. The officials from Sidibeng, Midval, if you can join Umamu Nomfundo, who is representing the officials from Sidibeng. Mfuleni, do we have Ngicela usondele la uhlale eceleni kaMama Nomfundo ne? Okay, can we please settle down? Siyabonga, sicela settling down. Mbuli, let's give it to you to give us the summary of the petition.
Thank you, Chair. Must I combine them both 1 and 2, Chair? All right. It's titled Deeds Midval PP 190116. as well as incorrect issue of title deed Mayor Tin PP 200116. The petitioner is Mrs. Ntlapo, residing at 113 Roybox Street, Mayor Tin. Submitting this petition on behalf of Mrs. Magdalena Sitlamo, who alleges that Mrs. Magdalena Sitlamo bought land in 2008 and started paying rates and taxes soon thereafter, but to date she has not received a title deed. She also alleges that they informed the Midvaal local municipality about the matter, but received no response. Incorrect issue of title deed Mayor Tin, still the petitioner is Ms. Ntlapo, who alleges that Ms. Sophie Mweketsi was issued with a title deed of a land that she does not own. She also alleges that they informed the Midvaal local municipality about the incorrect issue of the title deed, but it was not reversed. Chair, both petitions were referred to the municipality for investigation and reporting, and we are currently expecting a report to then to be tabled before the committee. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Can the colleague, when you speak, kindly introduce yourself? Mama Kala, does this represent the true reflection of the two petitions from Umam Gloria?
Thank you. I need to correct. It's Gloria Mabuya, not Ntlapo, so I don't know if there's a mistaking of surnames. From Mfuleni, Hopeville.
Can we check administratively how we got an incorrect surname? No, Mfuleni, she's correct. She's from Mfuleni. The municipality is correct.
It's not according to the program.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to.
Do we have colleagues from Midvaal in the house? This is Mfuleni. Mama, what is your address?
117/81 Hopeville.
For which one, ma'am?
Gloria Mabuya for Hopeville residents. Mfuleni. The reference number for the petition is PP 02D/02/24/LO. Issuing of title deeds, water installation and electricity.
It's not.
Yeah, you're looking at a different, according to the program.
On the computer is number 9.
On the computer it's number 9. It's PP03D0224.
PP02D/02/24/LO.
And it's in Mfuleni, not in Midvaal.
Mfuleni, not Midvaal, Mfuleni.
Okay, that's fine, Mama. You are Gloria Mabuta, who resides at 117/81 Hopeville.
Positive, Gloria Mabuya. Mabuya.
Okay. Mabuya, okay. We'll
Yes.
just have to correct that T into a Y. Okay. Let's then read this one, Mburi.
Let's read the correct one. Yeah.
The Hopeville one.
Number 9.
Apology for that, Chair. Issuing of title deeds, Hopeville. The petitioner is Ms. Gloria Mabuta, an adult female who resided at 117/81. Hopeville Didier, submitting this petition on behalf of the residents. The petitioner alleges that they have not been issued with the title deeds, even though they have been occupying their houses for numerous years. She therefore requests for the intervention of the legislature in assisting the community to get their title deeds. Chair, the petition was referred for consideration and reporting on the 14th of February 2024. We are currently expecting a report. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. We do apologize for that. It was all glorious, I think 3 glorious, and we made that mistake. We apologize to you, Mama. Let's hand over to the colleagues from Human Settlements, Mfuleni, or unless if Mam Nomfundo you'd want to start.
Yeah, pertinent to this, I still confirm that as the Department of Human Settlements, we don't have this property on our asset register, so I'll hand over to Mfuleni. So I can't comment further because I don't have any information that confirms that it is a property that falls under our jurisdiction. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Special greetings to the MEC and members of the Standing Committee. Speaking now, it's Mr. Motero from Mfuleni, Manager responsible for Human Settlements. Chair, I think it's worth to note that coming into this session, the Speaker received a communication that we are to assist the committee in responding to the petition as itemized as number 4 on our program, which has to do with issuing of title deeds for ECD centers that are in Mfuleni. That is
petition that you are responding to?
Yes.
We are responding to petition number 9, which is the issuing of title deeds in Hopeville.
Chair, why I'm prefacing this with that introduction is that the only item that we were requested to come and assist the committee with is that one, and has since been recalled as indicated by the chair earlier. However, with this one, there's this mix-up of saying, is Hopeville situated in Didier and Midval or Mfuleni? So with that limited information, we would not be able, or rather be in a position to assist the committee further without getting those particulars to say, Memabutu, what property is she occupying and what is the history of this petition. So we are limited in that regard, and also giving to the fact that we came prepared to assist the committee with only item number 4 that was made aware to our team. I hope the elements of what I'm trying to convey is coming out of what I've just raised now. Thank you.
No, thank you, Ntate Muteo. I think, Chair, through your indulgence, perhaps we might have to then make that determination whether the address falls under Midval or Mfuleni, because we are made to understand that it's Mngceleni, where Midval ne Mfuleni. But let me hand over to you, Chair.
No, thank you so much, Chairperson Mhlongo. Mhlambi mama masikubuze. I understand ukuthi maybe ubhadala ama services. Ama services zakho uwabhadala kompumasipala?
Because at the present moment, we are not paying any services because we are staying in a private land, which we managed to get the owner as a community. So we brought our petition because we needed to be assisted with title deed, water, and electricity. So far, we have managed to get the owner, which the owner has agreed to sell the land to the community. So it's taking a long process for us to get a title deed. So if you can manage to get a title deed, maybe that's when you'll come in and assist us with water and electricity. We are in Stillview. It's located in Stillview. The location is Hopeville. It falls under Mfuleni, not Midval. Our mayor there is Sipo. So we have tried to engage with him. Before we came in for the petition, we have tried several times to engage with the councillor, but we didn't get any help, any assistance from him. That's when we decided as residents to come and lay our complaint through the legislature.
Okay. I think we were under the impression that you seek title deeds on an area where urhulumente okay khona izindlu, or there would have been an expectation created mhlambi of umhlaba lo ngokahulumende. That is why DDG in your records you do not have a reflection of that particular space as that of the province. Now, this information is new, and siyakhalela abahlali into abanibana xa siyikomiti nibhale as petitions ningasiniki information kancinci, because this information presents a new dynamic altogether. One, the land being private. Two, you having had an engagement outside of urhulumente with the owner. Now, because nifuna into abantwana nibe ne-title deed niyizisa kurhulumente, isenzela nzima because we are not, one, the MEC is not aware of the engagements that we have had. They've been private in that as a community. The department is not aware, the municipality, I'm saying the municipality because maybe you may have had the discussions with different political principles, but in terms of the asset register of the municipality, I sense because you are confirming it's private, you may not have such as a reflection as part of the asset register. So ndiyacela into banibana siyenzeni ngolu hlobo siyaphazamiseka xa ningxola bahlali. Ingakumbi abantu bangaphandle ngabona bangxola ukogqitha thina abantu balapha ngaphakathi. Ndiyacela mama into banibana siyenzeni ngolu hlobo. Umbuzo siza kubuza wona, ningumphakathi niwuthengile na umhlaba? Ngoba ukubana niwuthenganga umuntu ozaba ne-title deed yomhlaba ngulowo i-owner yomhlaba enithi nine meeting naye. Two, nine lease agreement of any sort na eninayo eyenza into banibana manibe ni-legitimate uba manihlale apho. Okwesithathu kukokubana xa benihlala niye nazihlalela na okanye urhulumente ebeye wakhona watsho wathi hlalani apho okanye into i-arrangement ebeninayo nina ne-private owner leyo. I think if we then have that information, we'll be empowered as a committee at least to assist you in moving forward. Ni allocate ngubani emhlabeni ningena nini. Okwesibini kokokubana nine lease na agreement eninayo nine private nalo muntu i-private owner nithi nimkhangelela mfumana. And then okwesithathu njengoba senitshilo kukubana naniseniwuthengile na umhlaba ukuba anina lease agreement. Ndenzela into banibana sisondele kunincedeni, but kubalulekile into bana nisinike yonke information because ayis-empowerishe siyi-committee when we only interact with it apha ngeli xesha. So siyacela into bana mama usincedise ngalo mibuzo mithathu, and then we can then get to a conclusion that will assist us in how we move forward with this petition.
Enkosi mama, when xa sihlala pha, we were told, we didn't know, we found out later that it's a private land. We thought before ukuthi it's a government land. So sihleli pha ngokwethu. Sifumane nje indawo safike sahlala, bakhona abanye abahlali bebehlala pha, safike sahlala pha. Ngoku itha after that sifumane ukuba this is a private land. That's when we embark on ukuthi ba sifumane i-owner ukuthi kahle kahle ngubani owner wendawo, sayifumane i-owner. Tekbeni sesifumene owner kwayenza i-meetings naye because i-councillor yathi yona ayingeni indawo ayizus assista tu. So i-lease agreement besinayo, it's just that goodbye, it's our first time siza apha kule hearing kule meeting, it's our first time. So we didn't bring i-documents ezifunekayo ukuba i-lease agreement sinayo usithengisele ngemalini umhlaba loyo i-ownera, siloke njengoba singabahlali siyabhadala kancinci kancinci kuye. Siyabhadala through lawyers, si-engage lawyers kwalapho. So siyabhadala kuleyo private owner imali le kumele siyibhadale. We do have a lease agreement, but we didn't bring along with because we didn't know what we were supposed to bring in this meeting because it's our first time.
MEC, and I want to unapologetically bahlali nikhona nonke because ixesha elininzi siyazisugarcoat izinto zirongo kwenzela into abana sinivise kamandi. But ukufohla when you illegally invade, it becomes a government issue xa inixakile. Nibhatala imali, nigqiba nodwa nizise kurhulumente isenzele umthwalo. Because ninamagqwetha, nine processes where you had not involved government at all on a private land, and in fact, you continue to pay in a land where there are no services and you have a lease agreement. Now you bring it to government. So ibhlungu because anifuni uyivinyani but inyani efuneka siyithethile kuni lena sengurhulumente ngoba ukuba sizawuqhubeka siyiteketisa inyani siza kunikolapsa nonke ningabahlali baseGauteng. Masingafohlini mama, let's not illegally occupy or invade umhlaba and then we then come and seek recourse from government. Because if there would be MEC, an arrangement where we are leasing or rather paying on a monthly basis, there must be then a provision of services as per your lease agreement. Because ngumhlaba walo mntu nibhatala kuwe ngomhlaba karhulumente. Niyayiva ndithi bahlali? Ifana xa uzifaka endlini ongayinikwanga ngurhulumente, urhulumente adecide into abantu bananza iyeka ngola hlobo because uzifakile ubuye uzokhala isenzela umthwalo obuhlungu ngoba ordinarily we are saying wonke umuntu ongumhlali wase South Africa makabe nayo access yamanzi, makabe nayo access yombane. But xa nisenza izinto nodwa nibuye nizise kurhulumente nisenzela nzima. Because I can imagine now it means MEC you must advise us and your team of a process that they must then undertake. Because ngamanye amagama niyatyiwa kungenzeka uba nalaa mntu ayingowakhe laa mhlaba anibhatalisa kuwo every day. Because aninayo iproofu ethi ngowakhe. Uyayiva mama? Aninayo iproof now. Umhlaba eningawuthenganga nongatransferwanga magameni enu awubinayo i-title deed ezabasegameni lenu. Iyawuhlala isegameni lalo mntu uprivate obhilonga pha eningekho sure noba nguye manyani nalo nibhatala kuye. Now I'm worried because it could also be you are victims of ukutyiwa ngumntu ongengewanga nalo mhlaba abe enganiniki services because kaloku i-lease agreement yomntu bekumele athi ndinayo ibhohole lapha mhlawumbi yayiliplasi eli, so now because anisalisebenzisi will then see how we connect you amanzi because niyambhatala anibhatali urhulumente i-services okanye anibhatali masipala. MEC, we rely on your political guidance on this matter. Sibone into bana sibanceda njani, but we must be honest to yourselves. Masinga occupy umhlaba illegally then sibuye size kurhulumente because siyambophelela urhulumente izandla nenyawo angakwazi usinceda and then si expect into bana makathethe ngendlela esiyifunayo. MEC, let me allow you.
Thanks, Chair. Chair, I think you covered the aspect of the limitations from the side of government. Because this is a private land, they have, or private property, they have got the title deed. When you buy from a private owner, part of buying is the transfer of the title deed. Government will not be able to register a title deed for you. So, because it's not, one, it's not RDPs, two, it's not, government has not bought that land. So the title deed is in the name of the current owner. That's number one. Number two is, when you were buying it, what was the intention to buy it? Because my concern is that, Mama, you are also saying you thought it was government land. And government doesn't sell its land. So you were buying it under the impression that it's government land, only later to find. So even that action was incorrect. Our Our role is to register title deeds on RDPs where we own the land or where we are developing. Beyond that, the owner of the land that you are buying from, part of the purchase is the transfer of the title deed. After that, the provision of services, water and electricity, must follow a process in the municipality. The municipality can't just provide water, electricity. It must go through planning and approvals and budget approvals. Yes, the municipality must provide water and electricity even to private property. So the private owner must get the municipality to approve and budget for the provision of water and electricity for whatever development. But the problem is that currently you are in an agreement with the owner. If you have bought it, that purchasing, that buying must include the transfer of the property. If once you transfer, you then become the owner, the transfer takes place of the title deed, you as the owner must go to the municipality to get the water and the electricity, but it's at a cost. Even ourselves as a department, when we develop any development, we pay for the installation of water and electricity. It doesn't just happen for free. Private owners, the same. If they own land and they want to develop it into a house or other property, they must pay the municipality for installation of water and electricity. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues. The MEC has given us insights. I'm not sure if there's any addition that you would want to make from Mfuleni, but it is clear that this is a matter of private land. Let me just give if there's any comment that you would want to make.
Thank you, Chair. Mhlambe mangisondele eduze kumama si committee ukuthi singu-Mfuleni masicazulule indaba ukuthi in terms of jurisdiction niwela kithina eMfuleni noma nise-Midvaal. And in all that has happened, noma konke lokho sekenzekile mama, was there any foul from either parties? And le ndawo enihleli kuyo, how conducive is it for not only ukuthi nihlale, but also the prospects of now extension in terms of some sort of township noma ukuhlala okuformalized? Is it a farm portion lenihlala kuyo, the specifics? So siyahalela kakhulu ukomita ekuthenini sihlalo masondele eduze nomama, give her that peace of mind so that naye maka reporter back abuyele nama facts aphathekayo to say no, Mfuleni has confirmed that indeed this is under our jurisdiction, kuse what bani kuphansi kwa councillor bani, sibe nayo yonke lemininingwane esihlalo, and then also give a recommendation to say, single human settlements, this is the least or rather, is phakamiso eningazicela nina, ningabahlali baleya ndawo, with the limitations yokuthina, it's a private land, how do we even begin to incorporate it to receive some level of services? So as much as we may not respond that in a way that will satisfy the petitioner at this stage, we would like to further explore the challenge that they are having and what recommendation as a municipality we can have on that situation. Thank you, Chair.
I think that will really assist us to assist umphakathi wethu ukuthi as much as iphutha balenzile ngokufika bahlome endaweni la bekungamelanga bayi-occupy kodwa kukhona indlela ukuthi bazosizakala ngayo. Mama ngifuna ukucheck ukuthi awunawo ama-comments wokugcina akhona sihlanganisa lokho kushiwo usihlalo wethu MEC kanye nobaba uMtheo. Just parting shots from yourselves, but we are going to ensure that niyadibana nobaba uMtheo ukuze umasipala akwazi ukubona ukuthi unisiza kuphi.
Okay, enkosi kakhulu ukuthi niyamkele iplea yethu. So it's a farmland, it's a farmland in Ntate Motheo. where we are staying at the present moment. So, singa jabula kakhulu si community, ukuthi si engage nayo ubaba uMtheo to guide us ukuthi how do we go through this process, especially water. We really need water and electricity. Kakhulu amanzi, we don't have water at all. So would appreciate to engage with you as much as we can. That's why we brought our petition here, so that you can be able to get assistance. So we'd really much appreciate to engage with Ntate Motheo from now on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Ntate Motheo, I'm gonna request that after we deal with the childhood, the ECD petition, then one of our team members from petitions, Nizoba no Mama, citing so that we can exchange details and see how we are going to move forward. Chair, you want to come in before?
Yes, but additionally, maybe if they can also furnish us with a report, through your chair, of the possibilities of the area being developed for dwelling purposes. Because remember, there is a process that must be undergone. If beguli plaza ithethe into abantwana abantu bangahlala kulo. So ndifuna into abantwana singa create expectation ngomso kuthiwe ubuthe ingadevelopeka area. So maybe for us as well to give a determination in terms of closing on the petition, we will also need a report from yourselves on the possibility, but I think this will also include you guys maybe having an engagement that I think will legitimize mhlambi lento ithethwa ngomama yento abantwana bayabhatala bebewuthengile and everything else. So if we can just have that report, izasincedisa into abantwana thina siba hand over kuni formally, but siyazi into abantwana uzawudevelopeka kanye uzodevelopeka umhlabana. So lo process leyo yenziwa nini ngomasipala, sincediseni nisifumanele yona. Enkosi Chair.
No, thank you so much. Mama ngizonikhulula sicele Mr. Robert Sikiti asondele ngaphambili. Mr. Robert Sikiti, are you here? Kukhona i-representative ka Mr. Robert Sikiti? Going once, going twice. In the absence of, sizo senda report back to Mr. Robert Sikiti, Ntate Motheo re leboha haholo. Chabu, if you can, please work with Mr. Motheo so that we can assist Abo Mamu Gloria on the matter. We'll then take the, you want to come in first?
Mandibulele Chair. Ukuncedisa mhlambe i-committee. You would recall that we have brought forward feedback ebuya ku Ntate Sikiti onasi asalingdingi kajeku. In pursuing the matter, the municipality felt it correct to establish first, to say lama ECD center akhulunywa ngawo. Where are they located? What are the particulars of those ECDCs? And what challenge did they have in terms of receiving title deeds? And we tried to explain, to say there is the issue of issuing the actual title deed and what would later come, which would be the handover, the actual title deed. Those are two separate events. Let's establish where are the ECDCs. And what we want to give as feedback is to also recommend that in finalizing this matter, the committee considers the fact that report ya Mr. Sikiti, we have finalized the matter of receiving the title deeds. However, we would still need the assistance ya Masipala in getting certificates of acceptance or certificates that would allow for them to operate as ECD centers in those spaces. We are pursuing that matter since Tuloya Healthy, it's still within our jurisdiction as Masipala. We would be able to assist in making sure that they do get a level of certification in terms of the facilities that they're using for these ECD centers. But in as far as title deeds are concerned, we have received confirmation from Ntate Sikiti, which will be soliciting in writing so that we forward the same to the committee committee so that we bring the matter to finality. I thought ke tlise to your attention, Chair. Ke leboha haholo.
And the issuance of the title deeds, that is a process that takes how long?
What I'm bringing forward, Chair, Kuri, we've received confirmation that Badi Totsi the title deed. They do not, they no longer have an issue with the issuance of the title deed. I hope I'm making sense.
Okay, no. I understand now. I think this then closes the petition in terms of them wanting their title deeds. If the title deeds have been given to the parties, then we will probably also refer them to the Department of Education, because ECDs have been moved from social development to the Department of Education so that they can deal with that matter. That concludes Mfuleni municipality, and we thank you for those responses. Chair, if I am to, before I hand over to you, I just want to check Umama, because I had called several names out. Umama Guti, Umama Ubani.
Umama Mfukeng.
Okay. Should I hand over to you, or Member Mure? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, 1 and 2 again. Thank you very much for this opportunity. So we're going to be dealing with Mid Valley Mayor 10. Met Gloria Nhlapo, are you here? Met Gloria Nhlapo. Oh. Kuena u representing Met Gloria Nhlapo. Kuena ma'am. For Midval.
Midval re mahlakore a mangata. Nna ke ka hot 5.
Okay, Emma pele. Hona le petition ya pele ya Midval. Petitioner ke Met Gloria Nhlapo. O tswa Sedibeng. So is it you that is representing Met Gloria Nhlapo ka A ya Sedibeng?
No, nna ke ka Midval.
Madam, reshebile di petition tse 2 monana.
Hey.
Petition ya di title deed.
Okay.
Akere.
Hey.
Mid Valley ke masipala.
Hey.
Lona le dula kae?
Ona ka mo ka Midval ka hot 5 o ya ha o twa sicelo. Ka mo rekile di plot ka.
Decide tsa sicelo di ko Mid Valley.
Hey.
Akere.
Hey.
Okay. Ya bo itu ke gore mayor tin hona le title deed that was issued but incorrectly. Le yona ke eo ke ya hao.
Hey jo.
So utlo representa motho ana petition ile for the petition tsena tse 2. Re batla o thola hantle gore utlo emela mang hantle wena.
O tlo emela efeng?
Petition efeng? Ho tsona tsena tse pedi.
Ke nana ke tla emela ya pele.
Ya pele.
Are ska nana mama re confirm hantle una le document o ithotsing from runa. E o jwetsang gore ke petition efeng?
A wa tsaba mama nna ntho ke ithotse. Nne ke se ka hlalosa ka araba taba ya motho o bo ke sa itsebeng.
Tjena a re tse tjena ngwana mme. Ke kopa o re hlalosetse in a minute hantle.
O tletseng ke efeng?
Ke petition ya hao no I submitile ini bua ka eng?
Ine bua ka matlo.
Ine bua ka matlo. O hloka ntlo.
A ke hloke ntlo ke nketse ntlo.
O thotse ntlo.
Mara
ha una title ya ntlo eo.
Yes.
Okay. Ke yona ya Midval.
Yes.
Petition o I submitile ning mama? Isile nako I submitile ke?
1996.
Okay. 2016.
Yes.
Ka 2016 petition ya hao ile wa I submit. O tloa ka nako eo o tlo fitlela no tjena ha le so theoli di title deed.
Next.
All right. Ke batla o thola hantle because so it means ke number 1 and 2. Yeah. Ha re o balele enana, ne? And then re tla dula ka tsona di le 2. And then if o feel ka re engwe ya tsona se ya hao then o tla re jwetsa because di submitwe ke motho I one and ke a dumela e se le nako ke jwale e ka o confuse nyana. So ha re di bale di le 2 because di a tshwana di submitwe ka selemo se se tshwanang ntwe e different fela ke registration. Yeah tsona.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair, for your intervention. My worry is that Mama doesn't have the intong ena and ubua Sotho, so I'm not sure o tlo utlwa English ena ele pepper jwalo. So ke mo kopela intong ena the earpiece so that how bua sekgowa mo a utlwe a kgone go guide gore ke efeng ya hae Ke ya pele or ke ya bobedi? So we're gonna follow the same process. We'll go through the petitions, delete two. Mama o tla kgetha hore ke efeng ya hae, and then a comment hore ke yona ha mannete, and then e bua se bona ba se buang. Then from there, e tla ya ko department. Sepedi ke number 2 mama ne. Sepedi Sesotho ke number 2 mo ha o kgetha. Ke kopa le mo thuse hle, so that ha ho qalwa ho balwa a ska sokola. So after that, then the department, I don't know, who do we have from Midval, so that they can just come up front. Retlo fetsa bai. Hey, menom vola ekare ditlo tla mo wena kaofela. Askis moratu. Okay, thank you. We can continue with the reading of the petitions. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. The first one is titled Deed Midval, registration number PP 19D0116. And then the second one is incorrect of issue of title deeds, Mayor Tin, PP 20D0116. The first one, the lead petitioner, Chair, I must indicate, it was a group petition. The lead petitioner will be Ms. Gloria Nklapo. And today we're having Ms. Patricia Mufokeng standing on behalf of the lead petitioner, because both of these petitions were a group petitions. In a nutshell, the complaints, it's with regard to title deeds, and the second one, it is with regard to incorrect of title deeds. They were both before the committee, considered, adopted, and then referred to the responding authority. In this regard, the responding authority is both the Department of Human Settlement as well as Midval. Today, we are therefore noting the fact that it's a long petition, long-standing petition that dates back to 2016. We are expecting that both the department and Midval will then provide clarity with regard to the issues that have been raised. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you very much for that. Me Patricia, umutlwile ntate ha di hlalosa di petitions tse pedi. So ke tsa hao di le pedi or ya hao ke efeng ho tse pedi? Ya pele, okay. Or ya bobedi or di le pedi? Because ke tsa Midval di le pedi. Hello. Okay. So o buile the way lona le di beileng ka teng ntate ha e hlalosa. Ya pele le ya bobedi. Okay, thank you. So now, Mam Nomvola, I'm not sure who will be assisting you, DDG, to actually give us the report on these two petitions that Me Mofokeng.
Thank you, Chair. Sengas Thalusang. Oh, let me speak in English, sorry. On this matter, the Midval municipality is not represented, so they are not in the hall to respond accordingly. However, there was an attempt to call Mayor Gloria Nklapo, and Mayor Gloria, unfortunately, was non-responsive. So we couldn't get more information on the petition. I would also want to register that the province does not register title deeds on behalf of Midval. Midval does its own registration of title deeds. Thank you. So perhaps we will have to further see how we assist by liaising with Ms. Sylvia in the municipality, just to see how we can assist Mama. But it will be a facilitative role. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. I'll give over to Chairperson so that she can guide us as to how we're going to deal with your issue now that Midval I call her. Thank you.
No, maybe before that, so we do confirm that they are in RDPs that were built by, or rather, whatever process, that by human settlements. Or I just want to get clarity there.
On the subject properties, we tried to just get hold of Mama, the petitioner. So unfortunately, we couldn't get hold of the incumbent so that we get more information. But Sylvia also, if you can check the response, because it comes directly from the municipality, they are confirming that they could not investigate further. So I think it's important that Mama is here so that her contact details can be sought and then we can get to the root of the problem. Thanks.
No, thank you so much. Mama, just to confirm, Kikuba Hulibuta, Lidula Matlunga di RDP.
Read the plot on Ramitival. Retake it line to move.
So hantle it's one alien and ready like just now.
It's one of them memory, it's different. Uba no Rona repatesi. Re-regular rabarakait. Harukolotim too. And then Ratos Tasset, I came to ask something. Steve property. Attach for nothing as I said, touches for him for road. Ella said, oh, Jenny Matonga Obatai. Rukola Takabana, Rukolo Taraka lent away. Mutarekile lento Olabatama, Hesam Kolot, Outamaya, Cape Town. Yeda Sala and Proto E Kia Tetemulo High. And in Tetemulo High Osokais. Rana Moricana. Rona Raka Hunta Temulo. Ele Wana o Relonso Wana bo Wabo Otendal. Lawyer Kara in the council. Kara Mitval. And then twice and Alekalu Utwan. Renarons I get the state agent and send the Savetali, Libo Otendali, Kara Cancel. Iliwanawa Otendal. How about Abalea Libo Kanimana? Bamatala, Cape Town. Kabuto, Sibwana Babo Nabut. Wangutra, ma'am.
Yeah, Ariete Chenamad.
Naja Futumala, Zabako, who never run 96.
Madam,
I get what I'm a side title. Never.
Madam,
I get what I'm a side.
Mama Kikuba Udule Fat, Recone Utus.
You can't let and kiss out like a hat. What never run. I only never run.
I request that we are in order.
Can you see some order,
Madam? Kiakupa Hakibuwa up until Gudu Meleuwe. Kiupa fellow Ushompe meeting ina. Hanekibula Kize, we have declared this venue as a parliament. So Kikupa Hori reads Hareja like. Now, you are irritated and angry. But if we can't get to the root cause of your problem, we will not assist you. Because we are not empowered with information. So, Mushamung isilina kwake, but now Runa, it would be accusing us as this committee. We've had it. That's why we beat them on our honor Shaluseta Handle. Now, Nekiruwena, 2 questions which I think are critical. I said, to me, it looks like the previous one. And it also looks like, you know, where you are, area we are running, omungwa claim, babang bapatets. That is what I sense. Kikupa ubuta, haneli patala neli patala humang. And what was the agreement that you had? Because we must overemphasize this. Li involve a government when is it says punyuga says wrong. Manje, ukuze sinsize kumele sinikeze information ephelele. I think we're under the impression that this is a petition yomntu kwi RDP and you are limiting our creativity and our ability to assist you manning us information ephelele. So nekikupa ubuza mme lirekile the land humang ning and nelikatile gore hantle hali transferela the land utla transferela jwang. And how long have you been in the land? given the fact that you raised a petition in 2016, so I'm assuming by then it would have been out of frustration because ki kgale le dula moo. So ne ke kopa ho botsa le fihlile neng moo ha ne le reka le ile la qeta jwang gore ba tla le fa the title deeds sa pleke eo jwang. And ke batla ho tseba as well gore le na le di lawyers and le owner in le mang ya pleke e le dulang ho yona. Sesotho ka sa puta mara ke re ke batla re utlwane hantle ka lebo.
Okay, thank you. Mamela ye. Re rekile ho Boswell. Ineli ena mga pleke eo. And then Boswell ra isa argumente lentata sa phela. Ba isa argumente ba apatala ho yena Boswell pele a tsama aya from Cape Town. Ila ra qola sa qetile a ba re yena o tsama ka mkam. O tsama o ya from Cape Town rona re qetile ha ona a re mkoloti. Then radula ra patala metsi a ha ke tsebe lawyer enele ka mo ka who cancel from Midval wa bitso ha re lo patala wa thwa re patala tlasa henke rona ra botsa ra re patala ka tlasa henke renke a re motsebe rona re tseba Boswell o ba re rekile the land ho Boswell le kana jwang ho Boswell ho dintho tsa rona be re tlo ipona sa le ka tlasa otendale le henke then ga isa recycle lentate ga be re tlo thola gore henke o ke le dinyane lanta tone no ya ngwana hae ke ngwana hae ga ke ke property ga ke ngwana hae otendale ka hara Midval ka hara municipality one thola mama ke ngwana wa hae ile lawyer ka hara masipala ho no sebetswa botsotsi ka hara Midval re jowa ho rongwelwa ngwanona ele safe property a thatsa dipleke tsa batho ka tsela tse seng right ena le botsotsi ka hara
ke kopa re iqete tjena mara ngwaneso yona e bohloko baneng a ke tsebe ifle ne la di bampiri na tsereng le rekile mo and le qetile because mulao o tla le overrula ha le re fela re mo file tšhelete a ba tsamaya ya Cape Town le sina di bampiri
no ke na le tongo le ngwe
ho lokile he ha re tse tjena e bohloko ka gore masipala eo because a se ya province akere wa ibona province a itse because this is a private land ne we'll get your details and I think we'll initiate a report hearing process. You will give us additional documents because I think we did not have those documents when you submitted a petition. Ne? But it's safe to indicate that we will do it out of the courtesy as a committee because it's a private matter, it's not a government matter. It's not a government matter, but because you are also involving issues that Maspala and Maspala here we are they were not in the meeting that we even called yesterday. So I will personally take it up as part of the report hearing process, but we are doing it out of courtesy as a committee. On the basis that information that I provide re khone o ya maspaleng re thole at least answers in terms of what you are speaking to. So that privilege that we are giving you will be because the document itself that you guys are going to give us will assist us gore re khone o ya maspaleng ke tla inka nna ke le chairperson modula stula committee na mara ke kopa di document tseo jabu full details some memo adulang the contact details le di bampiri tseo tse bohlokwa and then rona re tsamaye after we've seen those documents and we've satisfied ourselves that indeed the land, or rather there would have been an intention to transfer to your names gore ka nnete Kialuna Mara, I must say it on record. It's a private matter. So if afikile the son of the owner, jwale o sa le lwantsha le ntho tseo kaofela, the document tseo tsa lona di tla le thusa if ka nnete di re di qetile ho patala. So I will take it up with you. Ke kopa team inke di number tsa mama le di address tsa mme gore re ba thuse, mara provincial government le masipala up to this far akiboni if they are involved up until documentation area luna, at least ikhona o refa mhlahlandlela in terms of how we can move with it. Ke kopa o botsa mama o satisfied ka the way re qetang ka teng?
Ke right mama ku utlwi. Number 2 ke na le number 2. And hola kenywa ka ne le 19 ma. Okay mwana. Mimi
Mada Kimema hasa kinkile rulings ka chairperson wa committee mama mama kinkile qeto as modula stulo wa committee mama mama haretse tjena kinkile qeto arena information eri thusang because awa refa yone.
Oh yeah.
Eri thusang gore re ka tswela pele re qoqe ka yona petition ena. So ke a kopa gore nna le wena le team yaka.
Okay.
A ke di document o di tshwere le ntho tse kaofela. Re bue after meeting ena. And ke itse ke courtesy. Hantle a wa tlamela re dila ka yona. Jwale you are ke gore why abuse courtesy ena e go fang yona. So ke a kopa ngwaneso nna le wena ska ke go lile ne re kopane after meeting ena. Ke a leboga haholo. Thank you so much. The next petition? We're all done. Ukhona umuntu okhona ebebizelwe i-petition esingamsizanga lana namuhla ngaphakathi. Angithi siya umember mhlawumbe uthi uyamfaka u7. Baba unutlile ubuzile for i-petition yakho ayibizwanga? Angeke simuze ubaba sikhuluma, ngiyacela ukuthi simhloniphe ubaba simlalele. And I think we've excused the MEC because she has a commitment elsewhere. Asikuvumele baba.
I'm saying we are here from Ekurhuleni and then we see point 8 which is Greenfield. So we wanted to know how it is going, whether the person responsible for the petition is here or not, so that when we go back, because it's our area, we can report something that is accurate. Thank you.
Ngicabanga ukuthi umember Mhlongo uyibizile i-petition kaninga nimzwanga. Waze wathi indlela esiqede ngayo ku petition number 6 sizoceda kanjalo na ku petition number 7 ngoba banibizile kaningi. Angithi baba babizile bangasabeli bekhona. So ngicabanga ukuthi maybe animzwanga. Angazi nokuthi ama officials asekuruleni asekhona bazokhona ukuthatha ama contacts straight ka baba. It was responded. This is Nomvundo. We responded. Oh, so number 7 or 8, but umember Mhlongo wathi banibizile kaninga naza. Kwaze kwathiwa i-report izothunyelwa kunina. Usho ukuthi anivanga. So baba ngiyacela nje ukuthi sidile ngo8. Asisheshe sidile ngo8 sikunikeze nje ithuba. Ngicela usondele ngaphambili ngikupa uAtumele. Human settlements, this is not found corner la. Yeah, and this one is a title deeds issue. Yeah. Ningas wahana. Ubafethu manje wine is abuse kangaka. Mujimu abasuthu. Let's ajwa. Maybe asenzeni kanjena ke bahlali. Yeah, asenzeni kanjena. Ndonqena ukuthi umuntu onxibe umnqwazi othile uyangxola. Ndiyaqala into yobana sesigqibile, niyabona uba sizigqibile zonke ii-petitions zethu zanamhlanje. So ndifuna into yobana sincedisane because at least sesigqibile, ne? So we'll forward the report on petition 7 and 8 because it's phindile sababizo kwesibini. And emva babemile still bathi into yobana bafuna uzwa ngaphambili. So ndinento ethi they should be fine. So we'll hand over to member Libo to do vote of thanks and then I'll do maybe the closing remarks. So we'll forward the report on petition 7 and 8 because it's phindile.
Thank you very much, Chair. On behalf of the committee, staff members, the MEC in absentia, Baholo Barona Likile, Mohirin Yakachiku, as Chairperson Abuile Hore, the committee petitioners is a longer Nevasata, Patakaraju Pototavona, and Erlevo Abailong Hore, Bakono Hota, Participate. Batuseha, Sorere Ralebo.
Thank you so much, Member Libo, the honorable members for assisting us in facilitating today's session. I want to believe I am a woman of my words because it's saying with 13, I got to give 14. So so I do want to really extend our gratitude to petitioners as we collect the gadgets. Abantu basemva umuntu onegadget aphakamisa isandla kule ndawo ekuyo i-gadgets lesizisayinele kwenzela into yobana zibuyele ebantwini zikhonfenywe zibalwe. I want to appreciate the process that you have done with petitions. Senditshilo into yobana nawe siyeza kuwe uba wawupetitionile sizawufika kuwe. So you must not feel into yobana eyakho ipetition efikileyo ukuthi asiyihoyi sizawubuya uba abaninzi abahlala balapho omnye uthi mna ndandiyifakile ipetition yam ze nisirhwece xa siphuma ingakumbi support staff niyijonge ibikude kangakanani loo petition ingakumbi bazi petitions zezindlu sizawubuya noba singabuyela apha mhlawumbi saya kwenye area sikwazi into yobana siyile committee xa iphela i-5 years at least sikwazi uziphendula zonke ii-petitions zenu because we view i-process ye-petitioning as i-process eyenza into yobana umuntu akwazi uphendulwa ngaphezu kobana abheke estratweni avale indlela. So we do want to also appreciate the responding authorities. Sinomfundo enkosi kakhulu sisi from yesterday and your team with the MNC in absentia for ubana nisincedise. Ndiyacela into yobana nisiconfirmele into yobana nizifumene zonke i-gadgets zenu as ndifuna into yoba ningaphakami ngaphandle bakuphakami officials siyanicela. Beatrice uphi? If uBeatrice angazozenzela i-announcements zento yobana abantu bakuthi bazawafumana njani amanzi kwezi ndawo bahleli kuzo except for officials. Before I close this session of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, Beatrice, abantu bazawukusevwa njani kwezi ndawo bakuzo? Okay, so siyacela into yobana bahlali bonke including the petitioners except for those that bendithe mandidibane nabo phandle, but umntu azabuyele kule ndawo okanye asuke seyifumene into osela because mhlambi xa ubuya ungafika seyidlulile kuwe uyaqonda. So masikhaleni kwezo ndawo zikuzo. Let me close off this session of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature. It is now 13:42. We are well within time. I am not taking hands because MEC simtyela ixesha uhambile. Sizawuniqhatha DDG xa sizawuthi mamela uphendule izinto i-political principle yakho ingekho. So maybe as part of also some of the issues that you have, ningabuza iteam yethu ipart ye-petitioning process kwenzela into yobana sikwazi ukuninceda ngolo hlobo. U-MEC seyihambile becela into yobana uzawuhamba ngo-1 bendicinga fanele ubana sabe sesikwazi ukugqiba. So mandixolise kakhulu. I'm closing off the session of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature. It's now 13:42. Siyabulela kakhulu. Enkosi.